Is that him coming down right there? Cheers.
David Loveland, please come in. Cannon going off, full. There's still probably about 50 spots left. It's not too bad. Okay, the guys that went in the parking lot left. Is there anybody with you that you can leave there in the parking lot? In the upper left parking lot, there's some people pretty late yet in this parking lot. Now, because I've got a couple of here that were just down there. Oh, maybe that's good.
Have you got your interview yet? I'll see you again. bright colors, dude. It's cool because everything's white, drab, and then you got all these bright colors. It's really good.
Hello.
Howdy.
Now, the only danger we really have here is ice fall.
Oh, okay.
So, as soon as we get up here, we want to go across where those guys are, and then immediately up. So we just don't want to stay right in front of this.
Sounds like in the headphones, you know, just falls. Hey, wow. Cool. You wanna look? You wanna look?
That's a nice shot. Yeah, I got 3.
When we go up, let's not go up that way. Let's go up right on the right side of all the debris on the snow. I know. He doesn't have crampons on. He's part owner of Hanson's. Part owner of Hanson's. Yeah. He's putting in a screw. Cool. Who are those guys? Channel 2 News.
It is?
Probably interns or they're just the field cameraman maybe.
He does that.
Camera dude does. So does she. Yeah, that dude didn't. Ah, suck. Ruined that whole shot. Tripod slip. Get it again.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, probably better to just go down the road.
Like shells and wind sled with little hanging balls. We better get mine. What's that? This place nice too.
I know. Will you turn around so I can see all the eyes? How are you doing? I mean, if it's possible. Yeah.
You're off camera there.
That's what they're gonna do is like stuff anymore. But let me just bring it.
Oh, hey, let's go on my turn.
Took me that long
Yo.
to get about 5 feet up.
Where's Lucky?
He's that far.
Wiley, get my cell phone and my keys, my card.
Okay, so it's so easy.
Yeah, he does. Anything done correctly looks easy.
You getting it black?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just put on that about what 5 feet.
I'd like principal, Amy.
Ready?
Thanks for racing. I just noticed just now, though, he hadn't been kicking off any ice either.
Yeah, he's very fast.
You got my phone?
Oh yeah. Why does he have to follow me? Make me look silly.
Hello, he's got my harness.
You got my harness? You can put it on?
Inside G up this one.
Yeah, you got my harness, brother.
You want to use my harness?
Set to go.
You get a call, dude? On your phone?
Ask if he got it flat.
I know, but doesn't it say if you got one in?
Nobody called. Yeah, he said.
Unless he answered it, he was going.
It's all yours.
You want to throw one of those on here?
Put Spider-Man on ice.
Sort of a two-year. Nice. Nice usage.
Try to walk up we got, or I'll send him up and give him a selfie.
How long your husband's been trying to?
My husband's been climbing for a long time.
Yeah, my name's Douglas Heinrich, and I've been ice climbing here forever.
Okay.
I'm like a dinosaur.
What is it that ice climbing does for you?
Oh, it's for me, you know, ice climbing is just something to do in the winter. It's a good diversion from skiing and just getting away from people, which is sort of the antithesis of this event. But usually we put up a lot of new routes. Like we put up new routes, over 100 probably new routes in the last 5 years in various places. Maple Canyon, Santa Quinn here. So it's good to go out exploring and doing new stuff, kind of push the standards.
Okay. What would you say the best thing or the most fulfilling thing is from ice climbing for you personally?
Oh, probably just the architecture that you get to see, the you know, the amazing formations that you just wouldn't see in any other environment. So I think that probably that's the most spectacular thing. I mean, physically, I don't really find ice climbing that hard, like compared to hard rock climbing. It's pretty easy, really, when it's all said and done on a scale. But it's a good diversion. It's something good to do. It's good adventure climbing.
Would you prefer this over any other genre of climbing?
No, I think I like rock climbing more. But, you know, ice climbing's really great when it's around. I think rock climbing is more demanding than ice climbing for sure.
Okay. Have you ever had any serious situations ice climbing? Like,
not really. I'm pretty conservative, you know. I was lucky to climb with people that were really, really good, like Alex Lowe and Seth Shaw, Conrad, you know, all my friends, Mug Stump, all those guys. And so I didn't really, you know, I top roped a ton before I ever started leading. And so I'd already climbed like grade 6 before I really led a pitch. And so I've been really conservative, you know. I don't really go up on anything that I have any question that I couldn't do. I mean, when I go up on something, I know I can do it. So I'm pretty conservative in that way. I don't really get myself into bad situations.
cool.
Yeah, I'd say, you know, as far as ice climbing, I mean, the cool thing about it, which is kind of a bizarre thing to say, is that it's relatively easy. In the sense that, like, you can climb grade 3 or grade 4 ice, and it's probably about as hard as climbing 5.6 or 5.8 rock. And I think it makes it really accessible, and it's pretty darn fun. The one thing I've found, like, teaching ice climbing over the years is it's really self-explanatory. Like, you have your tools, you have your crampons, and people can see what to do. Whereas, like, rock climbing's, a lot of it's a lot more ethereal, you know. It's like, it's hard to figure out. You don't know what your foot will stay on and what it won't. And ice climbing, for the most part, is pretty self-explanatory. And I think that in itself, plus everyone has this myth that ice climbing's this really frigid thing, and when you're moving, it's actually really, really warm. Like, you stay quite warm. So I don't know if I could wrap it up into summarizing, you know, what's the big sell-through. I just think it's in some ways, I guess it's pretty absurd that you can climb up these, you know, frozen waterfalls, and I think that in itself, you know, makes it pretty interesting. I mean, it's a fairly eccentric hobby when it's all said and done. So I'd say it's definitely opens your eyes a little bit to something new that you may have never even thought of. I think that's what attracts most people.
Go ahead.
Well, I've been ice climbing for, well, a long time. And the reason I started ice climbing was because I couldn't go rock climbing in the summer or in the winter, and it was a way to keep on climbing. And it's a really fun sport, and it can be real dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, but once you kind of get things in control, then it can be pretty fun. It's
Great. Go ahead.
Okay, this was a really great event. you saw a couple hundred first timers out here, so hopefully the sport will be growing, and this is a wonderful place to do it. How's that? Perfect.
All right. Okay, what would you say is the best thing, I guess, for you personally about ice climbing?
Best thing about ice climbing? Well, ice climbing is just a way for me of seeking out adventure. Same with climbing in general. It's a good way to go around and see different places in the world. I mean, ice is the same pretty much everywhere. I was just in Norway last week, you know, checking out the flows over there, and they're pretty similar to what we have here in Provo. But I really like exploring, and I think that's why I got into climbing, because this is like the perfect way to do it. Perfect like reason, you know, to go and seek out all these other places. And it's just like any sport, you know, once you get into it, you want to really like, you know, get good and put a lot of time and effort in and work on your techniques. The better that you get, the more fun it is, I think. Like when you're doing stuff solidly, it's enjoyable. And when you're sketching out, it's not that fun. So it's just getting more and more fun for me, you know, the longer that I've climbed. And I'm looking forward to a few more good years.
How many years have you been climbing so far?
I started climbing when I was about 16, and I'm 31, so it's been 15 years. And I started ice climbing pretty much right away because I grew up in the Northeast, and we really can't rock climb in the winter. So it was just kind of what people did in the winter. So like my first season rock climbing, I was ice climbing, you know, that winter. And I still live back there, and we got tons of good stuff going on. So it's been a good season. I've got a lot of good days in this year.
Great.
My name is Amy Filerman, and I'm from Fort Collins, Colorado, and I work in the climbing industry.
If you were to sell ice climbing to someone, I guess what would your sales pitch be?
If I was to sell ice climbing to someone, I would tell them that it's a sport for people who are not necessarily into stuff that's real easy, because ice climbing is a sport that brings together a number of elements that you have to really work for. It's physically demanding, it's mentally demanding, it takes you into beautiful places that also tend to be sort of cold. So, but what's great about it is that it's also extremely fulfilling, because it takes you to beautiful places that are sometimes very cold. It involves a lot of problem solving, it involves facing your fears. It involves being intelligent about how you dress and how you look at your environment. So for certain people, I think ice climbing is a wonderful sport. It's not for everyone. I suggest people who are into climbing try it at least once just to see what it's all about. But in general, it's like I said, it's not going to appeal to everyone, but people who get into it love it. It does take you into beautiful environments. It's still not a sport that's that has been massively accepted, so it doesn't tend to be very crowded, like skiing, for example. But generally speaking, it's a really neat sport, and it invites very unusual people, and there's a big camaraderie involved with ice climbing. Ice climbers tend to have very tight, long-lasting, very deep friendships, and yeah, I think that's about it.
How long have you been climbing?
I've been climbing off and on for about 12 years, and I've been ice climbing for about 5. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Bobby Bensman, and I live in Boulder, Colorado, and I'm a sales rep for a company called La Sportiva, and we make tons of rock boots and ice boots and backpacking boots, and it's a really exciting company out of Italy. And so here we are.
Okay. If you had to sell, let's say, ice climbing to someone who's never been ice climbing before, what would your sales pitch be?
My sales pitch would be, first of all, I'd wonder if the person ever climbed at all, like rock. And if they had climbed rock and they were into skiing, I would say, wow, if you're into being cold, obviously, because you like to ski and you like to climb rock, then you should try ice climbing. It's a perfect mix. You're outside dealing with the elements, you're cold, you're trying to pick your way through just beautiful frozen waterfalls that's always ever changing. One day the thing could be really fat and blue and just gorgeous, and the next day, weather depending, it can be just dripping and gone. And that's the beauty of it. You have to live in the now with ice climbing.
Cool. How long have you been ice climbing?
5 years now, and I've been rock climbing for 21.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a definite veteran.
Well, what does ice climbing do for you personally?
For me, it's a real challenge because I'm so much more familiar with rock. And so I think it's good when you're really familiar with one aspect of a sport to really challenge yourself by getting involved in another aspect of the sport. So I don't feel as comfortable on the ice as I do on the rock. So it's just good. I push myself. It's challenging. I learn new things. I see new places. I experience, new levels of, coldness or warmness, or, it's great to be able to have both.
Okay, so all three of you guys ice climb? Yeah. Okay. Why do you ice climb? What do you like most about it?
Well, I think it's exhilarating. Test of self-esteem, I guess. It really comes down to it. Hanging out with your buddies, for sure.
Cool. How long have you guys been ice climbing?
1 season.
1 season? Cool.
Couple days.
Couple days, just starting?
Yeah. 100 feet.
You guys climbed today?
Yeah.
Yeah, was it pretty good?
Alright.
You rock climb too?
Yep.
What's like, is there any like huge differences other than the fact that one's rock and one's ice? Technique?
Technique's a lot different. You've got tools in your hands on ice. Rock is just mostly brute strength, technique, I don't know. Ice is technique as well, but different technique.
Ice isn't as fun?
It's cold. There's not as many chicks.
Yeah.
You can't hang out at the bottom, and sip some bourbon. It's like you got to go out and find the ice,
Yeah.
So.
What would you say to like someone who's never ice climbed before, if like they didn't know if they wanted to try it or not? What would you tell them?
Come to the ice festival.
Come to the ice festival?
There you go, dude. That was PR for.
I got to give a pitch about High Adventure Specialties. You got to go there, get all your tools and gear. So.
All right.
You just got to race.
Thanks a lot.
How's it going? Good. Nope. Yeah, there's 3 of them right here. Yeah. Yeah, this one goes up and this one is good. Now we're just figuring out where the moves are at.
That one goes straight up though from where your PR goes? Yeah, okay.
Goes straight up.
And then it also
sports and goes over.
Yeah. That looks kind of cool.
Yeah. Want to try it?
I'd like to, sure. Yeah. Looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Where does it start exactly? Is there a pro down low, a bolt down there, or more right, huh? Down by the roughage. Oh, okay, I see it now. Okay. Then I see. Okay, 2, then left, kinda. Yeah. Interesting, anyway, huh?
Yeah.
What are you getting? I mean, what are the hooks like?
There's almost nothing.
Nothing good, huh?
I mean, it's just like
shitty sloper.
So like once you get up, there's a ledge.
Out last, yeah.
That little ledge, and then the big ledge will eventually go and dug a trench in the rock.
Oh yeah.
Seeing
like
totally solid.
You put your hands in there.
You can put your hands or
your tool.
Yeah,
Like
you can put your tools and drop them in.
Right.
So.
Interesting.
It should have run up. Maybe I'll do that run up and bring it over to the.
Bring it over to the directional. That'd be good.
Not when you swing off and you can just go straight up.
Yeah. This one looks kind of shitty here. Choppy. That looks like a little bit better rock at least, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
This one to the right's pretty lame to drive. Do you see that thing over there?
Yeah, I've done that one.
That's kind of Jengus, dude.
Yeah. Can you unclip that? All you have to do is just bounce and turn the carabiner over so the gate's closer. What? If you can't get it, don't worry about it. Just leave it. No, just leave it. Actually, yeah, go ahead and just unclip it from the rope. Whoa, whoa. Just grab both of them and push them together.
Wow.
The snowmobiles stay out of there.
I did. It was a lot of fun. We went skiing. Okay.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yep, I did. I went cross-country skiing with Holly. Good. How are you? Okay.
How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hey, Dustin.
Hey, Dylan. How's it going?
And I told her that. I said, we're selling the crampons, so she should just come buy a pair because she likes them. It's a hand jammy for climbing cracks. These are a new item that I want to take down to Indian Creek and try out this weekend. So you don't have to tape up, at least not as much.
You just wear them while you're climbing cracks?
Yeah, and because like the sandstone's really hard on your hands, and normally you wear tape mitts where you use athletic tape and tape up your hands so that it doesn't rip up the backs of your hands and things, because the backs of your hands aren't very sturdy as far as durability goes. And so there was a company that made these back in the 80s and they didn't do very well because climbing wasn't as popular. And so I think somebody's just basically reinventing the wheel and bringing the same thing back. And You just use them so when you're climbing parallel-sided cracks, it doesn't rip your hands up, and they're just made out of climbing rubber. So they're kind of cool, I guess. I just want to try them out and see if they actually work before I'd be willing to sell them to somebody. Anyway, that's what I do.
Cool.
Crown pods and ice axe. Okay.
Can we just set them on the back counter there?
Or you can just set them right there. Let me just get their name. Let me find the book first. Okay. Bill, do you know where the book's at? Oh, it's right here.
It's the one that you're in.
Yeah, it's that one. Okay, what's your
That
name?
one.
Alright. Carrying the G10s and the Black Diamond Diamonds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll just get rid of that. Okay, you're set. Good to go.
Thank you.
Where did you end up going?
I went to Wheeler Peak in
Cool.
Glacier.
How
I didn't
was
make
it?
it all the way to the top. It snowed a ton.
Really?
Yeah, the little storm that we got here, it was like
Really
3.5
blistery out there.
So I didn't make it to the top because I had to break trail the whole way myself. I was by
Wow.
myself, and it's 16 miles, and so
Yeah,
at
that's
about
a
10
pretty good
miles,
run.
at about 10 miles,
You're just like, okay,
it's
that's
like-
enough.
Well, I didn't have the time. I was like, I gotta get back down. It's
Well, that's
just not working out.
Yeah,
So-
Wheeler Peak's really pretty.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
was
cool
gorgeous.
mountain,
No one was
so-
there.
Yeah.
No one there.
Yeah, in the wintertime, a lot of times you'll go out there and you'll be totally by
Yeah.
yourself. So
Yeah, it was nice. It was lots of fun.
cool. Good deal.
So how'd Wheeler Peak go?
It was good. I didn't get to the top. I ran out
Get
of
close?
I ran out of time.
Ran out of time.
Yeah, I was by.
That's the first part of it.
Yeah.
Then you go 6 by.
What are you trying to send? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Is it pricing for? Oh, you're okay. So you want a quote or a bid? Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's here. There it comes. It's 226. I'm walking it over here.
Yeah, why don't you take that up?
367. Yep. All right. You're welcome. That's not big
You
enough.
go up through Heber and then just go north out of Heber and straight up to the I-80.
And then, what part of Lewis are you going to? Like,
It's called Bear River Service.
Bear River Service?
Yeah, it's down. But they have an area to park, and you do have to pay like $15 a night to park your car for the weekend. I think it's just $15.
Rentals area. What that is. That's Moonstone. Nope, nothing. Cell phone.
It's a fax of a fax number you just gave. So, yeah, we went